It's Storytime Tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about how I had a sugar daddy. So, get y'all a little background story on me, a little background information that you need. I have twin god sisters, right? Huge age gap in between us. So, that's how this all even came about. So, basically, my sister was supposed to be a chaperone for this North Bay trip. If you're from Maryland, you know everybody go to North Bay like 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that. So my sister was supposed to be chaperoning my twin god sisters. But she ended up not being able to do that because she didn't have her ID. Which is very ridiculous, but she didn't have her ID. And so my twin god sister was like, oh my gosh, please, Tisha, take us. Like, we need a chaperone. Like, we only got one chaperone and we gotta have two. Like, she was supposed to be the chaperone in this last minute, I was just like, I could do that. I'm like, I could do that. And I was like just the right age for real, because like you had to be 21 in order to go. And I feel like I like just turned 21 or something like that. So I was just like, all right, cool, bet. Like, yeah, I could do that. And I had like a job that I didn't care about at the time, so I was just like, hey. And I was like, see y'all later. And so I was gonna be a chaperone for this trip. And I had been there before, so I know like how it works there. Like, they got the little cabins, girls here, boys there, whatever. So that's how it was. And so I was ready. We went, and I was there for like 2 days or whatever. And on the second day, I saw this man, y'all. I saw this man. And the only way I could describe this man is like, imagine CB. Y'all know who CB is. Imagine CB, but like buff. Imagine him, but like a low buff and like older. That's what this man looked like. That's what it was giving. Like, he really looked like he was CB, but like just thick. Like, he had muscles. He looked like he was been in a gym. And so that's what he looked like. And I kept on seeing him or whatever, because like we were separated because we was from different schools or whatever. But at the same time, it was just like, you always gonna see somebody. And like all the kids get together for like lunch and breakfast, all that good stuff. So like after I had seen him like the 4th time or something, I was like, oh hey. And the thing about me is, y'all see me now, like I look 7 as hell. like I look so young, y'all. I look so young. And so like the first like couple times he seen me, I kind of like blended in with the kids for real, because the kids be so big now and I'm so little. And so like I kind of just blended in with them. And then the fact that I was there chaperoning one of my twin god sisters, it was just like we would just play around, because like, you know, no matter what the age difference between you and your siblings are, you gonna play with them. And so it was just like we would always just be playing around or whatever. And then like she was with her friends, and so her friends just thought that they could play with me the way that she played with me. Because like we would always be playing around, but like I was the chaperone, so I needed to be more of an adult. But like I didn't care, because I was like, hey, I'm with the kids. And so like once I got to day 2 or whatever, I started like talking to the adults more, because I was just like, bro, I'm really one of the kids. And I bet you everybody just think I'm one of the kids. Like, I'm grown. It's like the only people that knew that I was a chaperone was the people that sat in my section during breakfast or whatever. And I'm just like, y'all better sit down. But like other than that, like I really just was playing with the kids. And so he didn't even really say nothing to me until I said something to him. And then he was just like wondering like, bitch, ain't you a kid? But like I'm whole grown. So I go back, and by like the end of the day, we ended up having a conversation, because we was like all congregating in like the game area or something like that. And then like one of the kids came over to me, and it was one of the ones I ain't really like that. And then she wanna try to play with me, and I'm just like, girl, I will call your mother and you will go home. like don't play with me. And she was like, sorry, Miss Tisha, and she ran away. And so then after that, he was just like, and I looked at him like, bro, why the fuck are you looking at me? And so he was just like, you is a chaperone. I'm just like, you thought I was a kid? I look 12. So I was low-key mad, but I'm just like, bro, I get it. Alright, I look young. Cool, whatever. But like, I'm just like, nah, like, I'm grown. And then he was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I kept on seeing you. And like, but you would be playing with the kids. But then like, I don't know. I just was like, is she an adult? And I'm like, bro, I'm not even that short for you to try to play with me like that. And I'm not like, I ain't even had the words at the time, but I just was mad because I'm like, bro, don't try to play with me. Like, I'm a whole grown adult. And like, at that point in time, I had just became a whole adult. And so I just kept on trying to tell people I was grown. And so I was just like, yeah, like, don't play with me. I'm not one of them. Like, go ahead. And so he was just like, all right, cool. And so we started talking. And like, I wasn't trying to turn this into nothing. But like, he just, every single time he seen me, he needed to say something to me. And so like, he just kept on talking to me. Like, I seen him the next day, kept talking. Seen him the next day, kept talking. And then like, the last day of the trip came. And he was just like, yeah, I'm not from the city. I work in Baltimore County or something like that. And he's just like, yeah, like, I ain't never gonna see you again for unless you give me your number, because like, we don't even live in the same area. And I was just like, you right. And he was just like, wait, before I give you my number, how old are you? And I'm just like, and he was like, well, you had to be 21 to go on this trip, so I know you gotta be 21, but like, how old are you? And I'm just like, how old you think I am? And he was just like, well, I guessed wrong the first time, so like, I don't know if I want to guess how old you are. And I'm just like, I'm 21. And he was like, dang, you're not gonna want to talk to me no more because I'm old. I'm like, you old? What do you mean by old? I'm like, fuck you, 30. Like, I'm like, 30 is not old. It's like an age gap between us, but like, it's still not old though. Like, you still regular age for real. And he's just like, no, I'm not 30. And I'm just like, you 35? Question mark. And he's just like, no, I'm 42. And I was like, damn. I'm like, you 40 who? He's like, I'm 42. And I'm just like, yikes. And like, in real life, like, in actuality, you sure you're 42? Not, I like, I'm like, bro, I don't think so. And he was just like, yeah. And I'm just like, bro, you real life was popping bottles when I was drinking out of bottles. You old as hell. And so it was just like, all right, I'm about to leave because you're not ready to fry me like that. And I was just like, nah, for real though, you old. And so he was just like, yeah, I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I didn't really want to tell you how old I was when we first started talking. And I'm just like, bro, I really don't care. I'm like, I really don't care. I just had to tell a joke because like, that's really type crazy. But no, it's cool for real. And so he was just like, so you want to talk to me? I was just like, yeah, it could be cool. And so I gave him my number. We was cool. Like 5 days passed. He was just like, yeah, I'm coming in the city. Let's go on a date. I said, all right, bet. And so we went on a little date. Date was cool. I think we went to like Fogo de Chao or something like that. Like, it was cool for real. It wasn't nothing like extra special or nothing, but like, it was vibes. So we went and we was like out for a little while. Like, I told him like, I'm not gonna be with you all day. I know you came into the city to see me for real, but like, I'm not ready to be with you all day. I got other stuff to do. And so like, we had went out at like 6 or something. And I was just like, cool, now I'm trying to be back in the house. Like, I don't have a curfew, but like, I got some things that I needed to do, and you like a small part of my day. So he was like, all right. And so we had got the food. We like walked around the little area that we was in, and we just talked about a couple things, whatever. It was cool. And then he like just was like, oh, let me take you home, whatever like that. I'm like, all right, cool. We go back to my house, and I lived by myself at the time. And so like, we went back to my house, and he like dropped me off, whatever. He was like giving me like mixed signs for real, cause like off rip I already knew he wanted to talk to me, cause like the way that we met, like it wasn't like up for debate. I didn't think he was trying to be my friend. But like at the same time, like he just like, he would like randomly like say little weird stuff that just made me just be like, are you trying to be with me, or like I'm confused. And at the time I was just dating around. I wasn't like dating to marry or dating to get in a relationship. I was kind of just, you know, just vibing out. And so I was just like, it could be cool. Like, you could be one of them. Like, you don't live close, so it's not like we gonna like ever be nothing serious. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. And so he like basically turned himself into a sugar daddy. I didn't do it. Like, I just was trying to date him regularly. I was just like, oh yeah, we could just be cool. But then like, he just started like giving me money and just doing stuff and like just always buying me stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know why, but okay, I'm here for it. Like, I'm 21. Like, whenever stuff happened, I always just throw my age up in the air. I'm just like, bro, I'm 21. I don't care. Vibes. And so, like he just kept on doing stuff. Like, we just go to the store. If I looked at something for too long, he would just buy it. And I'm just like, bro, I just thought it was cool. I just was looking at it. I wasn't really trying to get it. He's like, no. Just throw it in the cart. Just pick it up. Just, we got it. And I'm like, okay. And like, it was like slight, you know, whatever. But like, he just would always just get anything that I wanted. Like, even if I didn't really say nothing about it, if he felt like I wanted it, he just like, all right, let's get it. I'm like, all right, cool, I guess. And but like he made a relationship like that. Like, I wasn't trying to do that. I was like, I don't care that you're 42. Like, you don't look 42, so I'm not about to treat you no type of way. Like, I don't care, we cool. And so it was just like that. And so after a while, I was just like, so what was you looking for, like, when you started talking to me? Like what is this about? Like, what's going on? And like, ultimately, he like tried to unsugar daddy himself after he was already what he was. And I'm like, babes, I don't think that's how that works, because at this point, I'm like talking to other people and I'm liking them more than I'm liking you, because you made our relationship into what it is now. And like, I didn't necessarily sign up for that, and that's not where I thought we was going with this, but then that's what it turned into. And so I'm just like, you stuck there. And that's it. Relationship is defined. Like, you can't get past that. Like, you are who you are, and I'm done with that whole situation. And so he's just like, nah, I think that like we should be more for real. I think that you should be my girlfriend, and that like we should be more serious. And I was just like, I don't know why you think that. I just like, babes, I don't know why you think that. And so he's just like, yeah, I just think that we need to like put like boundaries on our relationship and define things more, and we need to be exclusive, because like I'm trying to have babies with you. I said, you trying to do, huh? I'm like, what? I'm like, you trying to do what? What are you talking about, sir? And then he's just like, yeah, like I feel like we could just have like 5 kids and da 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 da. I'm like, who? I'm like, who is having 5 kids? Who letting 5 little devils pop out of that snatch? Who doing that? I'm like, no. I'm like, sir, you got the wrong one. Like, even if you was like the perfect person for me, I'm not having 5 kids. I'm not risking my life that many times. I am black. Like, what? I'm like, sir, the likelihood of me dying on that table or dying from birth complications is way higher than any other person. No, wrong bitch. So I'm just like, nah. I'm like, unless you finna get a surrogate for all 5 of these babies, I don't think you got the money for that. But like, if that's what you wanted to do, you could do that. But still, wrong bitch. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know who told you that, like, that's what I like to get into, but like, no. And he's just like, no, I just figured, like, since like we always like be doing stuff and like that. I'm like, I don't care what your explanation is. You really geeked me just now. You didn't say you wanted to have 1 or 2 kids. You said 5. Like, are you trying to have a starting lineup? Like, what's going on? Like 5? He was just like, I feel like 5 is the minimum. Minimum? 5 not even a maximum. I'm sorry. You gotta go here somewhere. And so like, I hurt his feelings or something, but I didn't care, because I'm like, you got me geeked. Like, I'm like, sorry, move. And so after that, it was just like, our relationship was kind of dead, because I just was like, ew, that was ugly. That was ugly that you really thought that I would do something like that. I'm like, nah. And so like, he tried to like start like doing more stuff for me and like being like sweeter with me or whatever, and like trying to distract me from the fact that he said that craziness and like really get me back on his side or whatever. But I'm just like, nah, it's raps. Like, you scared me now, because I'm just like, no way. I'm like, first of all, I'm not trying to have a baby at 21, but like, secondly, I'm not trying to have 5 babies. Like, what? And one thing about me is, I'm not going to be having a relationship with somebody if they not going to be completely satisfied with the relationship. Like, we just need to end it. Like, if you're not going to feel like you getting all the stuff that you want out of this relationship, like, I'm just like, nah. Because what you're not ready to do is say like, I convinced you to da-da-da, or I coerced you to da-da-da, whatever it is. No, I'm not going to be the one that stopped you from having what you wanted to have, or stopped you from doing what you wanted to do. Like, if you can't do all the stuff you want to do with me, then that's cool and we can split. And so I'm like, nah. And then we wasn't even together neither, so like, that made it even more like, because I'm just like, nah, like, bro, we not even officially together. So like, at any point in time, you could just leave and just actually get what you really want from somebody else. That's great. Like, I want that for you. I want you to have your 5 kids. You're not getting them over here. And so that's really basically how it was. So that whole little situation lasted for like a couple months, but I was just like, it was cool until it wasn't. Like, I'm like, I don't know why you try to put yourself in the sugar daddy category and then try to bounce out like shit was sweet. Like, no, like once you in there, you in there. Like, that's where you at. Like, that's who you are. Like, I'm like, and there's nothing I could do for you about that. Like, it's set in stone. Sorry, babes. Like, and so that's how it was. But yeah, he was cool. Like, we still like talked a little bit after that, but it was like, it was no reason for us to like try to maintain a relationship, because it's not like we was friends first or something, or like we was even cool casual friends before. Like, I didn't know him. Like, he was really a random person like I met, and if I wouldn't have went on that trip, I would have never met him, like, type. And so it's like, yeah, I really was impressed to like try to keep no relationship with him after that, and it was cool. Like, I hope he got his 5 kids by now, y'all, because it's been mad years. Been like 4 or 5 years, and so I'm hoping that he got these kids, but he wasn't gonna get it from me. So yeah, I'm gonna say moral of the story is, you know, cool, try new things. You know, I talked to somebody that was older than me, but also know who you're talking to, and make sure that you're not like keeping somebody from their full potential. Like, just because somebody like bringing a lot of positivity to your life and you really like them or whatever, that don't mean that you need to be with them. Like, if you don't want the same things as somebody else, you know, you can just split for real. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you have to at any point in time. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything for anybody. Don't let somebody convince you that you need to neither. like just go, y'all. Just go. If y'all don't want the same things, just go. Because it's better for both of y'all. That's it. Okay? So, for me, Storytime Tish, the tea is over. Peace.